Uber used to charge up to $3.20 for a so-called safe ride fee. Now, however, with the lawsuit, they're going to be calling the same fee a booking fee. More than 1.5 million people make it to the Cherry Blossom Festival each year. And for those who can't make it, there's an online feed and even an app they can download. For District Wire News, Michelle Sindyukov. Most people who attend Founders Day are freshmen, and where better else to find them than the freshman dorms? Take a cue from President Obama, the Rolling Stones added an extra stop to their Latin America tour. Brianne Dorsey reports. Music fans of all ages continue to mourn the loss of American singer, songwriter, and actor known as Prince. Just a few days after the big wins for Clinton and Trump in the New York primaries, presidential candidates are back on the road looking for young support. Jane Burnett reports. A suicide bomber has struck spectators at a soccer stadium south of Baghdad. Iraqi security officials say 29 people have died and 60 are wounded. No group has yet taken responsibility for the attack. Whistleblower Edward Snowden is seeking assurances from the Norwegian government that he won't be extradited to the United States if he travels to the country to accept a free speech prize. Snowden has been awarded the Ossietzky Award by the Norwegian chapter of PEN International and wants to accept it in person. But he has asked the Norwegian government not to use the espionage charges the U.S. filed against him as grounds for extradition. An extradition treaty has been in effect between the two countries since 1980. Welcome back to District Wire News. A wildfire in the Shenandoah National Park is spreading rapidly. Reporter Leah Bitsky has more on the story. Volkswagen announced a deal to compensate U.S. owner in a scandal. Rwanda creates its own version of Uber with drivers using motorcycles instead of cars. More on business news, Camilla DeShalis. Sounds like a wild adventure if you ask me.
Yeah, I think it sounds fun. I'm Timothy Lawson.
And I'm Michelle Sindyukov. This is District Wire News. Have a great weekend. A new bundle head-to-head presidential matchup polls predict Hillary Clinton as America's next commander-in-chief. Several surveys established in the past few days resulted in Clinton beating Donald Trump by a significant margin in the central election. This matchup is becoming increasingly more realistic as both candidates continue to get closer to winning their party's nomination. This week, both the CBS New York Times poll and this survey by Monmouth University gave Clinton a 10-point lead. The Fox News poll showed Clinton with an 11-point lead over Trump. Bloomberg's survey increased Clinton's lead over Trump to 18 points. This poll shows a significant shift from last month's result, when the Trump and Clinton election resulted in a virtual head-to-head. Pillows, costumes, National Mall. A few hundred people gathered on the National Mall to unleash their inner child in celebration of International Pillow Fight Day 2016.
My favorite part is how people don't care who you are or anything. You're just going in and having fun, hitting people with pillows.
This is the 7th year that the event is taking place, and more than 100 cities around the world, including DC, are participating. The event was organized by Capital Improv, a local group that schedules improvised events around the nation's capital.
A member of our organization that said, hey, it's a pillow fight, let's do it. And we use foam swords and stuff. I wish we would do it more often. You know, like that. See? Everyone's happy, no one gets hurt.
The rules are simple. Swing pillows lightly.
Oh, he hits really hard in the face. And he thinks like that's what he wants, you know, he thinks that's it.
Do not swing at people without pillows or with cameras. Leave down pillows at home and, of course, clean up. Pillow fight in National Mall. Not only does it seem like a great way to release stress and aggression, it is also fun. For District Wire News, I'm Michelle Sindyukov. A few hundred Bernie Sanders supporters marched through McPherson Square, urging support for the presidential candidate. They brought buttons, posters, and even a Bernie puppy to promote the Democrat. The Vermont senator had been the longest-serving independent in Congress until making a bid for the White House.
My favorite part is probably the free education for everybody up through college. I think that's an important thing because the cost of college has been skyrocketing, and you know, it's real. I've worked with a number of people who've got massive college debt.
Some of the supporters today marched for economic reasons.
Also, he stands for a lot of things that Americans need right now. A higher minimum wage, not settling for the lower, like Hillary wants to go with 12. He's going to fight for 15. And if you can't work 40 hours a week and make a decent living, then what's the point in working 40 hours?
Sanders has large support among millennials. Some of those young people would like to get even more involved with the campaign.
I'm excited to get more involved in the campaign in Maryland and Virginia, especially since D.C. doesn't have voting rights because D.C. is not technically a state, which is too bad, and everyone who's here should be speaking out about that as well.
Although Bernie Sanders isn't even here today, his D.C. supporters are definitely feeling the burn. For District 4 News, Michelle Sindyukov.